Hey there. When you're building an application, one of the biggest decisions you'll face is choosing the right database. Do you go with a relational database like PostgreSQL or a NoSQL option like MongoDB? The decision can have a huge impact on your app's performance, scalability, and even how you develop it. So in this video, we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the key factors to consider when picking between NoSQL and SQL, go through some real-world use cases for MongoDB and PostgreSQL, and compare their scalability and data consistency. All right, so how do you decide between NoSQL and SQL? Well, it really depends on a few things: what kind of data you're working with, and how much traffic you expect, and how you plan to scale over time. Let's go through some of the main factors that can guide your decision. First up, data structure. NoSQL databases like MongoDB have a flexible schema, which makes them perfect for unstructured or semi-structured data. On the other hand, SQL databases like PostgreSQL have a structured schema, which is great for handling complex queries and relationships between data. Next, let's talk scalability. NoSQL databases are designed for horizontal scaling, meaning they can easily distribute data across multiple servers. This is great if you're experiencing high traffic or need to handle massive amounts of data. SQL databases, on the other hand, typically scale vertically, meaning you'll add more power to a single server. This works well if your application has moderate traffic and needs strong transactional support. Then there's consistency versus availability. NoSQL databases often prioritize availability and partition tolerance, following the CAP theorem. SQL databases, however, focus on consistency using ACID transactions to ensure strong data guarantees. And of course, development speed is another big factor. NoSQL databases allow for faster iteration, especially in the agile environments where your data structure is constantly changing. SQL databases, while a bit slower due to their rigid schema, offer strong data integrity and powerful querying capabilities. If you're still not sure which database is right for your next project, don't worry. At Keyhole Software, we help teams assess their needs, choose the right technology, ensure optimal performance and scalability. Now that we've covered the key decision factors, let's take a look at real-world scenarios where MongoDB and PostgreSQL really shine. So, when should you use MongoDB? It's a great choice for content management systems like blogs, articles, or media platforms, since it handles dynamic content really well. It's also widely used in e-commerce applications because of its schemaless design, making it easy to store product catalogs, user preferences, and real-time data. And if you're dealing with big data or real-time analytics, MongoDB's ability to handle large volumes of data with high-speed ingestion makes it a strong option. Now let's switch gears and talk about PostgreSQL. This database is a go-to for transactional systems like banking or order processing, where strong consistency is essential. It's also a powerhouse for complex queries and reporting, thanks to its ability to handle advanced joins, aggregations, and relational data models. And if you're working on a geospatial application, like mapping apps, PostgreSQL offers advanced geospatial features that make it a top pick. At Keyhole Software, we've worked with both MongoDB and PostgreSQL across a variety of industries. We help clients choose and optimize their databases based on performance needs and business goals. All right, so we've seen where each database excels, but how do they stack up when it comes to scalability and data consistency? Let's dive into that next. When we talk about scalability, MongoDB makes it easy to scale horizontally using sharding, which allows data to be distributed across multiple servers. This makes it an excellent choice for handling high traffic and massive data sets. PostgreSQL, on the other hand, primarily scales vertically by adding more CPU, RAM, or storage. You can scale it horizontally with extensions like Citus, but it requires more effort to set up and manage. Now let's compare data consistency. MongoDB follows eventual consistency, meaning it prioritizes availability and can handle high availability scenarios where strict consistency isn't always necessary. PostgreSQL, however, guarantees strong consistency with ACID properties, making it the better option when you need reliable transactions and strict data integrity, though this can come with some trade-offs in availability during failures. So what's the bottom line? It all depends on what your application needs. At Keyhole Software, we help teams design scalable systems that meet their reliability requirements, whether they're using MongoDB, PostgreSQL, or a combination of both. So let's wrap this up. Choosing between MongoDB and PostgreSQL comes down to understanding your application's needs. MongoDB is perfect for applications that need flexible schemas and horizontal scaling, while PostgreSQL excels in transactional systems and complex queries where strong consistency is critical. At Keyhole Software, we specialize in helping businesses select and implement the right database solutions. If you're ready to optimize your database strategy, reach out to us today. Let's make sure your application is built for performance and scalability.